Lift your lid. Welcome to Swift Talk with Sherry Swift, helping you experience explosive growth, moving from where you are to where you want to be. Say no to mediocrity and yes to the life you want and deserve. Here is your host, best-selling author, performance coach, and speaker, Sherry Swift.
Welcome to Swift Talk with Sherry Swift. I am your host, Sherry Swift. I want to start this episode by extending a happy new year to all of my listeners. I am a person that really respects the new year, the starting of something new, the opportunity to refresh yourself, to revitalize your opportunity, to wipe the slate clean. I can't tell you how much I believe in the opportunity to start over again on a day-to-day basis, the opportunity that we all have a clean slate every single solitary day. But there is something special about the new year. There's something that a new year rolling in offers to all of us. It gives us an opportunity to open up a new calendar, to start afresh, and to make sure that we are actually extending the same opportunity to ourselves that God extends to us every single solitary day. Just new, and new. So I'm super excited today as we celebrate new beginnings, as we celebrate the new year, and as we celebrate new opportunities in our business, new opportunities in our personal life, new opportunities in our recovery, new opportunities with our health, new opportunities with our relationships and with our children, and just new opportunities to be the best absolute version of who we could possibly imagine that we're going to be. And I'm going to tell you something. There is something amazing and overwhelming about the fact that most of us don't even have a clue about how big we are supposed to be. So when as we roll into this new year and there's this new opportunity in all these new areas of our life or existing areas, but we're going to turn them over and make them new. I am excited to have a conversation today with someone that I hold high respect for, and we are going to discuss with you today the opportunity to be new. Not just new in your business, but new in your personal life, new in your professional life, new no matter what you've experienced. And this episode, I'm hoping, will speak to everyone. And specifically to any of us who have ever had an opportunity to not do everything perfectly, that would be me, but thanking God and being grateful for the opportunity to be new every single solitary day. I am super excited to welcome to Swift Talk, Maynard Neal. Maynard, welcome to Swift Talk.
Thank you, Sherry. I'm excited to be here.
I can't even tell you how excited I am to just kind of sit and chat with you. Let's give my listeners a little bit of background music here. You and I met how many years ago?
It's probably been about 4.5, 5 years now, I believe. Time flies.
Oh my God, time flies so quickly. So when you and I met, I was a coach at a real estate company that you joined, correct?
That's correct, yes.
So we met in business and had an opportunity to become a resource. I've had an opportunity to become a resource for you, and we had an opportunity to connect professionally, and super excited to watch you build your business. And since we met 4 or so years ago, you are doing some new and exciting things right now, aren't you?
Yes, I am. I've been very fortunate.
Let's jump right into, and then we'll get in the middle because I want to talk about the beginning, and then I want to talk about what you're doing now, and then I want to talk a little bit about the middle because, you know, the opportunity for growth and change and improvement and recovery is in the middle. That's where when everybody else gets to hear from us that there's a middle place. Look, you don't get to wake up one day and just be like amazing and the bomb and outrageous and, you know, just everything be beautiful for you. There's a middle place that you got to get through, right?
That's absolutely correct.
So tell me, first of all, what are you doing now? Tell me what's exciting that's happening right now.
Well, what's exciting now is, of course, being in real estate. I have acquired my broker's license. I'm an associate broker. I've opened up a market center just recently, several months ago, getting things put together, expanding that office, and just allowing agents to have a different approach to real estate and trying more and more to be, how can I say, extreme about my studies with real estate to be able to serve the community better. There's a lot that's going on.
So do I understand you to say that you are building a team? Are you have an office now and you're inviting other realtors to come in and experience this new brand with you? Is that correct?
That's correct. And just the structure and makeup, it's a little different than the norm.
Let's talk about the name of the brand first. What's the name of the brand? What's the real estate company?
It's Crown Real Estate Group and M&A Realtors.
Okay, perfect. And so tell me what's different. You said that there's something that's a little bit different about the brand. What's different?
Well, there's a lot more flexibility. Typically in our industry, a broker will take percentages and there's a cap that each agent has to pay for the year in order to hang their license with that broker. So whether that's 25, 30,000 or an ongoing fee consistently, that's been the norm. So with this brand, it took us some time, but we devised something where an agent keeps 100% of their commissions from day one. And that gives a person, if they don't know what to do with $25,000 a year, this gives them a reason to come and join our brand amongst several other different areas that we're answering that didn't have answers in our industry before. But I guess everyone's concerned about their bottom line. So we put more in their pocket by working with our brand.
Well, listen, I've been supporting realtors long enough from a coaching and training perspective, and I've been supporting the industry for long enough to know that the bottom line to the realtor is extremely important to the real estate professional. So that is a sexy model. I can see why it would do well, and I can see why it would be extremely attractive. And I am super excited for you in the fact that you get to roll out this model and change so many people's lives and help them to actually grow. It sounds like they're going to have an opportunity to grow their business faster because they're keeping more of their money in their pocket.
Yeah, absolutely. And we have tools in place to help them grow their business in other ways and do more business. But more importantly, we're structured as a firm where we're helping individuals, and we don't forget what this process is about. And it's about people and their biggest purchase that they'll probably ever make in their life. And that's very important just to be a part of.
Okay, very exciting. So we talked about how we met in the beginning, right? So you decided 4 or so years ago to get a real estate license, and I was coaching and training for a real estate company, and we met there. So I had an opportunity to service you into your career and to help you to build and basically grow up in your career. Then we talked about now, we went to the end, and which is not the end, it's just the beginning for you. But we talked about what you're doing to present day right now and what's exciting that's going on in your life. Now let's kind of jump in the middle here for a minute. Okay. So what brought you into the real estate industry in the first place?
Quite honestly, I started in real estate maybe 15 years ago, stepped away, did entrepreneurial things, and real estate was an answer. It was a niche for me that I didn't know. It gives me the opportunity to afford more time with my family and being able to enjoy that time. It's a service industry, which I enjoy. It's really designed to be how you make that business, and you're helping people. So at the end of the day, I feel good. I feel good when I lay my head on the pillow. I feel good that I can have time to spend and travel with my kids and family. So for me, it's a great answer.
You are truly living the entrepreneurial lifestyle right now. And it sounds like real estate is just your vehicle in order to live your best life that's available to you.
Absolutely.
So tell me, in your process of growth, and because we all have that, right? And whenever I speak with a business owner, a startup, a young entrepreneur, I am always asking the question, where did you come from? And the reason why I paused to ask this question is because we all have so many people who are behind us, coming up right behind us, that are interested in manifesting the same type of greatness and opportunity that we're living in right now. But sometimes their reality and their current circumstances are a little bit challenging. So I love the opportunity to ask, where did you come from? Tell me a little bit about your journey. And when you guys are open enough to share your journey with me, what it typically does, Maynard, is it opens up opportunity for so many other people. Can you see that?
Oh, absolutely. Yes, I live that. Yes, absolutely.
So tell me a little bit about your journey. Tell me about what brought you into the person that you are right now, that wanted to own this real estate company, that wanted to run a business. It's all about servicing other people and providing opportunities for other professionals to net more of their money, and, being entrusted to take care of people's most valuable possession. What brought you this way?
It's interesting that you mentioned that because there is a story. It didn't start out this way. I grew up a hard lifestyle, inner city, and, things were difficult. And growing up, you know what you know, and you have a certain environment. So, like I said, once again, it's quite interesting that you mentioned that because, it hasn't always been where I could enjoy life the way that one can enjoy life now. I've had times where I haven't made the best decisions in my life. Quite honestly, Sherry, I've been incarcerated for more than 4 years of my life. I've made just bad decisions from the age of 16 years and up, and I've paid for those decisions. I've started an organization or a company that was a bad decision as an adult entertainment company, an escort service, and there was issues there where I've had charges and I've done time for that. It becomes a time where you look at life and you just say, wait a minute, what is this all about? And for me, it took me a long time to realize what my passion was in life, or my purpose. To find out, we always talk about your why. Mm-hmm.
So, I've been coaching and training from a lifestyle coach and personal growth coach and business coach. I've been coaching and training for over 20 years. And I tell people, when people have a story, something genuine to say about an experience that they had that changed them, this is when they truly have an opportunity to impact other people's lives. It is from the war that warriors come forward. And when we are brave enough to share our story, the simple fact that you were brave enough to say that is what makes way for other people who maybe have made not the best decisions. I mean, we've all been there. Have not made the best decision and find themselves in a situation where they might feel hopeless. This is the opportunity for them to know you might feel hopeless right now, but there's so much hope out there available for you.
I look at how I grew up, and I think about, I have to point out to young Black men in the inner city that feel subconsciously or consciously that they're stuck. And I'm living proof that you can make a decision, and it just takes a decision, a commitment in life where what you've done as far as mistakes doesn't define your life.
Absolutely.
There's more chapters to it. And I can relate to that and understand that transformation is very deep, and it's a part of my makeup, but it's real. I take everything that has happened in my life. It's maybe very embarrassing, maybe something that I wish, if I had an opportunity to go back and do it differently, of course I would. But I have an opportunity now to make a difference because I think I have a purpose. I have a job to do. Talking to individuals and allowing them to see that the world, there's so much opportunity. Just change your focus and work hard and keep moving forward. And you can change anything in your life. It's simple, as we all say, but it's not easy.
Exactly.
And I dedicate, my life now, of course, to serving God, following what his plan is for my life, but also giving back to the community and just being a servant here just to help. And I think you get your blessings, automatically just for having that mindset and that heart just to serve individuals. And that's why I'm in this business. And that's why I do things that I do in my life.
Yeah. Let me ask you this. I find that when we were younger, I don't know about you, but my issue when I was younger was impatience. And I think that's the issue that most of our young people have. They are just ready to have what they are ready to have when they are ready to have it. Do you believe that, a lack of patience is what kind of creates that gateway for so many things that young people maybe shouldn't have to experience, but sometimes they do need to experience it because of impatience? What do you think about that?
I agree. I mean, the life that we have now, with the internet now and cell phones, and we can do so much more than we could do 20 years ago. It's immediate gratification. And, at times it just becomes almost by any means necessary when you grow up and you feel or you think a certain way. So I think you hit the nail on the head as far as, a lot of people want something yesterday, or they want something quick and fast. And I mean, I'm a victim of that myself. But, I've learned, it may have been the hard way, but I've learned that when you dig in, you stay positive and you just work hard for what you want. I mean, great things never came from a comfort zone. So you have to get uncomfortable and just really, put forth not just thinking about today, but about the future, especially with me having a family personally. My daughter was born that changed my life. It's not just about me. It was other people that I was responsible for. They didn't ask to be here. I brought them here. So I need to be a role model there. And it's just, that amongst mentors and advisors that I've had at church. And I think God has been working on me, and I don't, I mention God so much, but, it's been working on me for some time and humbled me. And here I am. Here I am today. And I'm an open book for anyone. I'll share whatever I can share. And, I just have a heart of giving. That's just me.
Well, because you are an open book, that's the opportunity for other people to see, know, and feel that there is opportunity on the other side of bad decisions sometimes. I mean, look at your life now. And look at the opportunities that are unfolding in front of you. And it's not because you've always had a silver spoon in your mouth. It's not because you always took the right turn. It's not because you didn't make mistakes. It sounds like it's because you are accountable for the mistakes that you made and that you just didn't stop restarting. Would you agree with that?
I do. I take responsibility for every decision that I've made in my life, from the bad to the good. And it is a part of me. You have to keep moving, and you, at some point, and I thank God that I opened my eyes and can see a different direction and a different path. So yes, absolutely.
Let's utilize this platform right now to create a direction for anyone who's out there that feels like it's the new year. And maybe their 2017 wasn't amazing. And maybe they had challenges. And maybe someone that really mattered to them left this earth. Or maybe they lost all of their income. Or maybe the deal that they were hoping for didn't come together. Maybe it just wasn't the best year. What's the best piece of advice that you can give to someone who's looking to restart? Because it sounds like you've got the restart button in your hand. So talk to me a little bit about what's the best piece of advice that you'd offer to someone who needs to press that button and get moving.
Life happens. And no matter what the circumstances are, never give up. Never give up. A lot of times things look so bleak. You just can't imagine how you're going to get past this. Or, my mother passed last year as an example, and it was devastating, but you just don't give up and you keep moving. And oftentimes things happen for a reason. We don't understand it at that point. But if you just keep moving forward, even if you're just taking baby steps, you're still moving forward. Never turn around and stop. And guess what? If you do that, it's always a purpose and a reason that something has happened. Sometimes we give up before we get there. But I just believe that if you just keep moving forward, it comes to fruition and understanding later. So to answer your question, I just say, just don't give up. Keep believing. It's something about a law of attraction. What you think, not what comes out of your mouth, but what you think in your mind, you draw to you. So start positioning yourself and putting yourself where you want to be as if you're there. And it draws it to you. I can't explain it, but it does.
Oh, you better believe you are all in my wheelhouse right now. I think you know enough about me to know that that's how I live my life. I am absolutely a believer that whatever you want is available to you, and your current circumstances or your past are not an indicator of what's coming forward for you. So you know that you are talking my talk right there and kind of preaching to the choir, right?
Yes.
One of the greatest challenges that we all face when we are having a difficult time moving from where we are to where we want to be. And I think you know that a couple years ago, I published a book, and it's called Grow Into Yourself. It's all about the transitional road from where you are right now to where you really, really want to be. And in that book, we focus on the necessity to put your bags down, deal with your junk, and move forward no matter what. And one of the chapters of my book, I talk about the challenge of dealing with judgment of other people. And, sometimes that's one of the toughest things because people can be mean.
Yes.
We are all walking around with our own junk, and sometimes people can see your junk and sometimes they can't, but trust me, we all have some. And
yes, absolutely.
Yeah, we all have some, okay? And some of ours is just a little bit more transparent than other people's, but we all have some. So, I think that one of the things when we talk about healing and we talk about recovery and we talk about moving on in our life despite what we've experienced, one of the greatest challenges is dealing with people and what other people have to say about our decisions and our choices. What kind of advice would you give to someone who's in this position where they're about to press the restart button, but they say, you know what, Sherry, I hear you and Maynard, and I'm really impressed with all these great things that he's doing. And I'm super grateful for the fact that he would get on your show and talk about the fact that, he's had some bad experiences and he made some bad decisions, and they even cost him his life for a few years as he was incarcerated. But now look at him living his life to the positive and giving it to God and to other people. And I hear all that, Sherry, but I can't get past feeling like other people are judging me. What's the advice that you would give to that person?
Oh, I can relate so well. The advice that I would say is, once again, you don't stop. People will always, it's in our nature. We like juicy gossip. People will always have something to say. So just accept it. And it's understandable because decisions that I've made in my life, people can look at that without knowing who I am now because I'm not that person anymore. And they can judge me off of that. But it may take time for them to see on a consistent basis the path that you're going, how you live your life, if you have integrity or commitment. Are you truly committed to what you say? So it's really the actions. And for us personally, I'll share this, just mentally, we hold ourselves back at times. And it's not easy, but we have to get out of our own head. Even if you have to imagine that you are the person that you're trying to become. Fool yourself to keep moving forward. You do what you have to do, but you do it in the right way. And it's like a force that starts pulling you towards where you're going. But you have to get out of your own head and just understand that you're never going to satisfy everyone. But if you live right and do what's right and have integrity, where you can lay your head on the pillow at night and feel good about it, you're going to get there. Just don't stop inching forward.
Amazing advice. It's wonderful advice. And here's what I'll say. In my book, I tell people that it is in your head that everyone is watching you, because typically people are doing the best they can carrying their own shit. Like, their stuff is so heavy that they are doing the best they can just managing their own stuff. Nobody's looking because they're too busy trying to keep their own head above water, right?
Absolutely.
So every now and then you will bump into a negative personality type that really focuses on negativity, and it's because they're in such a dark place and there's no hope in their life. But for all practical purposes, listen, most people are doing the best they can just to make it. So nobody's watching. Just put your head down and focus on your own path. And I'm going to tell you something else.
Yeah.
I have seen some things in this world, in our United States of America, in this country, over the last year or so, that is just a reminder that we all have extremely short memories, and we are so forgiving. Okay, we are so forgiving. As soon as something new comes up and comes about that's a little bit sexier, juicier, more interesting to talk about, we forget whatever the last thing was that we were talking about, right?
Right. Absolutely.
So I want to encourage whoever is out there that's thinking, Sherry, I'd love to do this, but I'm a little bit concerned about the judgment that people will have, because they'll be wondering, who am I to do this? Why should I be able to do this? Well, who are you not to do this? Because you have a responsibility. You have to tell your story. And sometimes when you go through the dark place and you come out as the diamond that you were supposed to and purposed to be, it is nothing more or less than encouragement for the next person. You are supposed to reach back. And when you don't do what you're supposed to do with your life, you're actually not taking responsibility for the journey.
Absolutely. We have a duty.
That's right. And that, my friend, is what makes the bad decisions worth nothing. That's paying the cost over and over again, and the value is not even there.
Amen. I couldn't have said it better, Sherry.
Yeah. So I want this conversation, and I can't thank you enough for being so transparent. The conversation was not intentional for me to go in this direction. I thought we were going to talk about real estate and talk about your new business, but I got to tell you, the things that come about sometimes on my show and the conversations that happen. I started this show, a few months back, in order to be a resource for more people. As a coach, there's only so many people that I can have one-on-one conversations with, and there's only so many platform speeches and conversations that you can do. And I'm hoping that this conversation that spreads out on iHeartRadio and iTunes and Spreaker and all the places on an international basis that this podcast spreads out to, I hope that it reaches, even if it's just one person who was supposed to be able to hear, it's okay. You get to start over, and you get to be the example for the next person. So thank you for sharing.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you for having me on your show.
So with that being said, I want to talk a little bit more about your office. Tell me where it's located, and tell me a little bit about how somebody would find you to have more conversation with you about, did you say zero cap? Like, I don't have to pay a cap.
Like there's no strings, yeah. It is zero cap. You keep 100% of your commission from day one. What we charge is no hidden anything. There's $275 a month after you make your first transaction that you pay as a membership to the company. And that's it. You get 100% of your commissions, and there's a $275 per month that you pay. It's unbelievable.
Is there office space available? So like if I want to meet my clients, if I need to meet my clients someplace, is there office space available, or is this like a virtual situation?
Market Center in Rochester Hills. We have plenty space here. We have 2 conference rooms. I have an expansion space that is raw currently where I can expand out with having close to 4,000 square feet. There's more than ample space here. Currently, we have about 15 agents that have immediately joined and growing. We also have 3 other market centers that are open, with another 3 to be open by the summertime.
Wow. Okay. Where can someone find you to have a conversation with you about this opportunity?
My address here and also the telephone number to the office. The address is 811 East South Boulevard, Rochester Hills, Michigan. And my telephone number at the office is 248-564-2719. That's 248-564-2719. And
does the real estate company have a website, or is there like social media pages or anything where we can find you yet?
Absolutely. We have a Crown Real Estate Group website. We also have the soldcallmaynard.com, which is my team's website. So let me get the website.
So while you're searching for the website, and what I'd like to do is I'd like to invite all of my listeners who are realtors, who are looking for an opportunity. Maybe if you're in a position where you're looking for an opportunity to net more of your money, and maybe if you're just not satisfied with your partnership, I'm not about recruiting someone from one place to another, but I'm always about people having opportunity to research every opportunity that's in front of them. So if you are interested in having a conversation, I'd like to invite them to have an opportunity to reach to you. So what's going to be the best way? Is it going to be an email, or is it going to be a phone call? What's the best way to reach you?
We have the crowngroupmi.com. That's our website.
Okay.
crowngroupmi.com. Also, they can call direct to the telephone number of 248-564-2719. That's 248-564-2719. And those would be 2 of the mediums where they could actually reach out. There's Crown Group Michigan. We have links on the site where you can email, leave your information, or feel free to give a call.
Okay. Fantastic. I am so excited for you. First of all, thank you so much for stopping by and talking to me about your startup and your push out. I'm very excited for you in this opportunity. I'm excited for where you've come from when we first met just a few years ago. And I am so grateful to have had the opportunity to hear your journey through adversity and to give other people an opportunity to know that there is a way out on the other side if you just focus forward. So thank you for sharing your story.
Thank you. Thank you, Sherry.
So to my listeners, I am so very grateful to have you here with me on this journey. And I want to invite you to connect with me on Instagram at Swift Talk for upcoming episode details and just to stay connected. You can also find me on Swift Talk at Swift Transitions, which is my company website, my coaching and training company website. Visit me on my website at www.swifttalk.com. www.sherryswift.com and read my blog and learn a little bit more about what we do at my coaching, consulting, and training company to impact other people's growth and lives. Life is absolutely delicious, my friends. I am just inviting you to have a great big old slice of it with me. Thanks again for listening, and we'll see you next time.
You've been listening to Swift Talk with Sherry Swift. If you would like to schedule time with Sherry, download the show notes and much, much more. Find it all at www.sherryswift.com.